Max McGee never changed. And here we are in the first Super Bowl game. And when I go down at 6:30 in the morning to pick up a paper on game day, off to my left, the front entrance of the hotel, I see Max McGee. I'm thinking, oh my God, this man's been out all night on the eve of the biggest game in our career. I hope Boyd Dowler doesn't go down with an injury today.
Now we have our first sub of the game. Dowler is going out, and Max McGee now is coming in as flanker.
Dale to the right, McGee to the left. Starr dropping straight back. Hit as he throws, has the ball. It is McGee, touchdown.
And the old veteran scores the first touchdown of the Super Bowl game.
I was nailed by Buck Buchanan just as I let the ball go, and so the ball was a little bit behind Max. He reaches back, catches it with one hand, eludes two tackles, and runs for a score. Max could have easily been the most valuable player in that Super Bowl.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Just a word about this Denver defense. The pressure tremendous on them right at this moment.
Came down towards the end of the game, and they're going in for a score, running the ball on us.
Draw to Biner. Ernest Biner.
Fumble
the ball, and Denver has recovered. Oh, my.
If you've seen the highlight, I'm the guy doing both arms like this, like we got the ball.
There it is, Denver's ball at the 2-yard line.
Jeremiah Castile, number 28, reaching in to strip that ball away.
Ernest Biner breaks loose, headed into the end zone. Jeremiah Castile, this little bitty 180-pound maybe cornerback, has a chance to tackle him, but it's right on the goal line, and he knows if he tries to tackle him, he's going to get carried into the end zone. So instead, he goes for the ball. It was a touchdown. And then the ball popped up, and everything changed. All of a sudden, we're going back to the Super Bowl. Amazing play by a guy who really didn't have a remarkable career, but Jeremiah made the play of his life. It was a miracle, except that he did it on purpose.
There's so many plays. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers has so many Hail Marys that it's really hard to pick just one.
He made a great Hail Mary against Detroit Lions, and Aaron, we knew he was going to throw the ball to his left.
Oh gosh, we went over that thing 20 times and talked about he's going to come out to his left, contained.
And so it comes down to this, ball at the 41 of Arizona, 5 seconds to go. Packers out of timeouts. Cardinals lead 20-13.
I just told him to blitz and go get him.
Just like the Motown Miracle, the Packers hoping for another, this one in the desert.
And you just kind of had a feeling when the ball was snapped that, you know, we don't want to be in this situation.
Snap to A-Rod, looking downfield, being flushed, rolling left, winds up, rainbows it high and deep. It is caught for a touchdown!
Yes!
A miracle catch!
Jeff, can you believe it?
Unbelievable!
Believe it! That was coached so hard, it was like, how does this happen?
Once he escaped the pocket, then you're holding on to your ass, thinking, this is the same thing that's happened before. I mean, I don't understand how we're in this situation. Then you're just sitting there and it's like real slow motion, kind of Chariots of Fire type moment.
And I lost it in the lights for just like a split second, and Janice got in great position in front of me and made a catch.
And the Packers are an extra point away from getting this thing to overtime.
He made the catch, and then we go into overtime, and Larry walks in the end zone, and the game's over, and we move on to my first NFC Championship.
The Packers made a miracle comeback on a heave by Aaron Rodgers, but fall 26-20.
I'm just glad they didn't go for two, you know?
Jim Brown, a real raw talent. For him to be that size, man, to be able to do what he was doing, it was like amazing. Tell you the truth, this ain't even good film. It probably looks better than that, but this ain't even in, not HD, this wasn't even in D. Wasn't no damn H.
Early in the first quarter, Milt Plum appears trapped, retreats almost to the goal line, and fires a pass to Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Oh, he's big. He stumbles, but he stays up. He don't go out of bounds. He steps on people. It's 4 of y'all. That ain't nothing. I'm still here. I'm still here.
5 Bears have a good shot at him, and even this desperation dive fails to stop him.
A lot of white guys back then. A lot of white guys. No chance. That's when they started putting more black people in the NFL. Them runs right there caused more black people to get hired. Can anybody catch Jim?
There's so many variables that go into football that you can't even, there's no statistics that can gauge your heart.
Novacek makes it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hit him and picked off in the air. Jimmy Jones intercepts and rolls in for a touchdown. Diving touchdown. The score now is Dallas 52 and Buffalo 17.
They're playing the Cowboys. They're getting blown out. And every father and every son loves this story because you never quit. It's Don Beebe. And the greatest play ever.
Right on 4th down to throw. Pressure, sack by Jethro. And fumble. And Leon left. Picks it out of the 40. Take a look out. Here he goes. Here comes Leon to the 20. Go ahead. Oh, Leon has it knocked out of his hand. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. He had it knocked out of his hand. It's not going to be a touchdown. It's not.
Leon Lett would have scored, but he slowed down to celebrate at the 5-yard line, and when he did, Don Beebe, hustling, stripped it away.
Number 82 is streaking down there just to say, look, he's going to make a touchdown, but maybe not if I get there. Maybe not.
Don Beebe caught him from behind and knocked it out of his hand.
There's a guy that hasn't given up. That's a great play by Beebe.
What makes Don Beebe chasing Leon Lett down in the Super Bowl when the game's over? Why does that play belong on that list? Because he showed no quit.
And they're getting killed. So what do you say about that other than that was emotional? And that is the heart of the Buffalo Bills team.
If I'd have to start thinking about passes, Johnny Stahl, Super Bowl 14.
12 minutes remaining in the game. The Rams leading 19-17.
3rd and 8 for Pittsburgh and Bradshaw at his own 27.
Going long downfield. Caught at the 40-yard line and going all the way is Stover for a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Oh, man, I jumped up and I thought I was touching the sky, but I was probably about 2 inches off the ground. That pass was probably an inch from being deflected.
That's touch. And closely covered, too.
Such a beautiful over-the-shoulder.
What a catch! Over the wrong shoulder. That's one of the great catches you'll ever see. 73 yards. Oh.
Obviously, I'm a Steeler fan and I'm a Steeler player, but oh my goodness, I was so happy and so elated to be there.
I'd tell you, Phyllis, wherever I go, and I do a lot of speaking, whenever I'm introducing somebody, they say, oh, you're the last guy that went both ways. And I say, that's right. And of course, second, that's number one. And then secondly, oh, you're the guy that ran into Frank Gifford. That's right, so.
Chuck Bednarik got a lot of criticism, people saying it was a cheap shot. I don't know, Chuck Bednarik was not that type of guy. He was a tough guy. He was a hard hitter.
The Philadelphia Eagles, currently leading the Eastern Conference, move into Yankee Stadium for one of the biggest battles of the season with the New York Giants. Shaw sends the ball flying in the second quarter with a completion of Frank Gifford.
People wondered if Frank would ever play again, and they were happy to see him come back the next year because that was a tough shot he took.
With only 6 seconds remaining in the half, Don Shula further proved his coaching genius by sending in a play that seemed more apt to be drawn in the schoolyard dirt than selected from an NFL playbook.
What do you do here now, John, with 6 seconds?
They can't throw anything in the middle because San Diego will let the time run out before they tackle.
Hard throw. Look at that!
The pass went to Harris, who lateraled back to Nathan for the touchdown.
That's one of those gadgets you get away with if you can execute it, and they did.
You know and I know they haven't worked on that play, if ever, since the first day of practice.
We practice it more times than not the day before the game on Saturdays. In a walkthrough situation, every Saturday somebody would mess it up just because it wasn't something that you always practice. It's not a scripted play. Gase kind of made a joke about, all right, who's going to mess up this time? Lo and behold, we actually got the play correct on the first try the day before that game. So it was like, okay, well, we got it right finally. Hopefully we don't need it.
With 7:6 left, a miracle touchdown is the only thing that can save them.
New England's got Gronkowski down here.
Yeah, Gronkowski standing at about the 15-yard line.
He couldn't tackle anybody.
Tannehill will throw it.
Tannehill, hacia atrás para pasar.
And this will end it after the shovel, or will it?
Kenny Stills, atrás el pitch ahora Drake. Drake va corriendo con ella, va corriendo con ella, va corriendo con ella.
Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Kenyan Drake!
¡Entra Lenson! ¡Entra Lenson! ¡Kenyan Drake! ¡Increíblemente vikingo!
I think most of the crowd left the stadium. But the crowd that was there, and I was in the crowd that was there, were going wild. Kenyan Drake looked like he was going to get stopped, and here all he had to beat was Gronkowski.
Miami running around.
I looked up and saw Gronk.
Oh, look out! Gronkowski!
And I was just kind of like, what's Gronk doing out here, you know what I mean? If I get tackled by Gronk, I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
And Gronkowski stumbles. What was Gronkowski doing back there anyway?
He's obviously gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but not for tackling somebody.
The way it ended, it sucked. It just ended sucky.
That's a hell of a job of executing that last play. That's why we do that every Saturday. We get bored doing it. Yes, all right, until it does that.
Third down, 4 from the 43.
I got to see this. This Favre out here. Brett Favre.
Favre lays it up for Freeman, and it's incomplete. Or did he make the catch at the 15? Yes. What are they going to rule it? He caught it. Touchdown.
Even to this day, you'll see a T-shirt, and it's got a picture of Freeman in the end zone, and the caption says, "He did what?"
He did what?
But he did what perfectly explained what took place on that play.
Exactly, and I'm still saying it. The best thing that happened on that play was I made an awful throw. The ball had gotten wet.
Frank Winter saying the ball's wet, wants a dry ball.
Between the time they stopped the game to bring in another ball, Antonio and I had exchanged a couple of looks that we were going to do a sluggo, a slant go.
Hey, sluggo, promise you.
Well, they changed the defense, and sluggo was not a good play. When I realized that they were in an inside leverage position, I kind of tried to pull the ball back. It was a little slick, and it came out of my hand funny, and it was an awful wounded duck throw. Dishman had a shot to pick it, but it sort of looked like he caught it. But I'm like, there's no way.
You couldn't film that scene in a movie and make it look that good.
It was so unbelievable that I still watch it and go, I can't believe that this guy caught this ball.